Another rebuild. We got Charlotte, a team that's never accomplished much. Newer team, not been around too long. The students had to recruit enough interest from students and everyone else to be able to raise the funds in order to commit the funds to commit to having a football team. So we're going to rebuild Charlotte. That's who we're jumping in with. Very bad team overall. Not a lot of talent. Looks like a lot of people are going to leave next year. Won't be much carryover talent at all. Probably a good team for a rebuild, really. We gotta win. Week 1, let's go. Nice lead on the gym, quarterback. This receiver, we're starting to get some competition. We have to up the guard. At the tackle, I said guard. Let's take 5 from him. Well, no, he has no competition yet. We're going to go 5. Use the 10 here. Tackle, we're getting some competition there, and they have the pipeline. And I was able to jump up there. The cornerback looks like we're the only one really going after him. So we're going to pull 10 right now. And there, I think it was a D tackle. Looks like everybody was catching him. He's got a silver pipeline, so I don't know that we'll be able to hold him off, honestly, but we're going to try. This Sam linebacker is good. He's going proximity to home, yeah. Still first there. Rose up on this Sam's. But Southern is spending more hours than we are. We're not going to spend hours on a 2-star. We'll get them to commit by, just interest alone or nothing at all. Here in a couple weeks, we'll see if there's any 4-star, 5-star talent available to on the boards. Let's see if we can get him one versus UMass. We try to give ourselves a little bit of a favorable schedule this year. Just because we are starting off with such a bad team. We won't play a single game. We'll simulate this whole season. We're only not jumping to the end because of recruiting. Let's see. So 2-0. You're right. We have a real chance to go 3-0 here, starting the season. About got the quarterback to commit already. Recruiting's looking pretty solid. We got the second there. All right, we got 21 targets on the board. We don't want to keep 21 targets coming in as freshmen because we want to have room for the transfer portal. But we're going to see. And this week, we'll actually jump in and see what kind of 4-stars we can put hours on, maybe distill. All right. Let's see here. Let's got this gym. It'd be nice to get the quarterback, this wide receiver, and I got to visit. I'm going to pull his hours for now because we're probably going to find a 4-star in the portal, honestly. I mean, in the, dang. We want to make sure to get these tackles. But we're going to try to put some hours on the 4-star, probably. Guard has this locked out for play style. D-tackle, we about got locked up. Marshall is starting to come back a little bit, but that's a few hours we could free up probably. We could rearrange that D-tackle to free some hours up potentially. brand exposure dropped. We're still first though, so we might not take him off the board yet. Alright, so let's go to the prospect list here. Get off recommended, any state, any. And we're just going to see if there's any 4 or 5 stars we might be able to add to our board that we can contact seeker halfback. Wouldn't be terrible. We don't have the pipeline, but Rutgers does. I don't think Pittsburgh might. New Jersey, honestly. We're adding for now. The stuff Edge is getting no recruitment. We're going to add him for now. Georgia. I'm going to add him, but it looks like Georgia's starting to be interested, so we won't have a chance there. We're looking for people that don't have any interest in him so far. He does now. West Virginia. He's in Maryland. Quarterback. So they've offered, but that's it. Man, but definitely don't want to be a competition for a back, really. Let's see what else we got. Another quarterback. No one putting any hours on these quarterbacks. We're definitely going to probably switch focus and try and get 2 of the quarterbacks. Alright, so we have plenty of targets right now. We're actually going to go through here and probably readjust some things. So neither one of these guys have been offered. We got a lead. Out State's coming in. We're going to offer both of these kids and see which one we can jump in on. We have to get some more hours. Now the gym we'd like to get. I don't know that we're going to win too many games. So, where's pro potential? We're going to schedule on a break when we don't have anybody, honestly. That's the 3-star. We can really pull him from our board at this point. Now they do have pipelines. So unfortunately, we're probably late to this race. And does the QB visit? It doesn't. It's not a complimentary visit to the halfback. Dang, he locked us out. And we used those hours. Oh, we're going to leave him on the board for now. Let's see. He's off the board because George has already shown interest. We're going to jump on these 2 receivers. And we have the pipeline. We have the running back, so we're going to schedule him on a visit with the running back, probably the quarterback also, and another one of these offensive linemen, the tackles. Play time. But that way we might be able to get some hours freed up. We don't want to do it with the other tackle, actually, no. Yeah, that's right. Alright, let's see. This guard play style has us locked out, but he would be here. They get a bigger jump than us. They are, so we're actually going to change him to 10 hours. Alright, and then we got to get pro potential. Let's go after one first. This is playtime. That's not even the receiver we really wanted. We just had him on our board and he's probably, yeah. We'll keep him on for now, but we're going to watch this because he is a gem. And we're going to watch this quarterback race battle. Let's see, receivers. Let's move this receiver up. Let's go look at defense because we have some corners and stuff. We might be able to switch some hours on also. Oklahoma, they have one. We don't have one, but if we spend more hours, we can get there. So what if we pull his hours and an additional 5 from him? Because honestly, at a score like this, we would trade 2 for the 1, honestly. With all seriousness, the 4-star Kansas has a pipeline. You know what? We're not going to spend hours and lose on a 2-star and lose out on a 3 or 4-star. We're just not. The linebackers we have probably won't be great this year, honestly. Edge, but we have 4 stars. We're first with the big lead, so we're also going to pull his hours at the moment. Which this could be a big mistake, but we're going to see after a week. Pure power. We don't have a pipeline. The other one's littered with pipeline, so we're going to start here. Alright, that's the reset. We can spend some of these coach points on recruiter real quick. Definitely want defensive backs. Alright, this is a good little start. Now, let's see how many wins we get once we start playing some of the more talented teams. Might change things up a little bit slightly here. Alright, so we can't afford to keep the hours off him long. We do have 123 though, so let's see what lost. Locked out. Dang. Locked out. Is that a receiver? Alright, so we want to lift him up the board. So our QB and running back we had go back to getting hours. Well, the running back does, because we missed out on the running back. We're going to see if there's another on the board that we want to add that is a 4-star possibly. QB needs more hours for the moment. Let's see something. So Georgia Tech. I really prefer to have the scrambler, but beggars can't be choosers. So we got 10 hours on him. Wisconsin, we have a silver pipeline, so we really need hours here too. So we took a drop. We got to up our hours on our linemen, it looks like. Man, we need more hours, realistically. It's a 2-star that doesn't even really fit what we want to do. We're going to pull him. We're first there. We want to stay first there for sure. Do we really want to spend this many hours on a 2-star and miss out? You know what? We don't want to miss out on talent. That's the biggest thing this year. Year one, I feel like the biggest thing is about bringing in talent. I can't go up and down. We got to go out and back in. Tight ends also at the bottom, so we're probably gonna pull hours from him. Put this D tackle at the bottom of the board. This QB's going up to the top. We gotta move some stuff around here. This other QB's going to the top. We got a free safety we need to move up. And an edge we need to move up also. Alright, the quarterback, these guys, and then our offensive line, they need to keep their hours for sure. Grab another drink real quick. I'd really like to grab a 4-star running back, but we got a 3-star that's a gem, so I think we're going to have to count that as good enough. This other quarterback, I guess we want to move up. Georgia Tech, Kansas. It's Kansas pipeline. So nobody's recruiting him with a pipeline, so we actually have a better chance. Yeah, so we're going to pull these hours. Because we're also going to bring a quarterback into the transfer portal. We're gonna up his to 50. We'd much rather have the dual threat, but I mean at this point it is what it is. Add 25 to his. They have a pipeline, so let's go 50 here. Because if we can get it to reset and take a lead, we can cut our hours back on some of the guys. Not much of a lead there. Still have one. Still have one. We're going to pull 10 here for now. Let's put them up here. All right, let's go from there. We're 4-0, which is crazy. All right, so we're just outside his cutoff. Second on the 4-star, but Arkansas is on him now, and they have a gold pipeline. Figures. So does that mean that we go ahead and shift focus? I mean, we're never going to catch up. We do. We don't have enough hours to waste. Should have waited to see what his deal breaker was, honestly. Let's go 50 and jump in his top 8 before we're cut off here, probably. I'll also do a 50 here. We're probably going to up our hours on the other quarterback we have. We're going to check offensive line. Yeah, because right now they're spending more than us. 40, we're going to up that to 50. Because our hard sell's not great. And we fell here. Oh shit. He is zone, so we're not necessarily worried about losing a zone archetype. 4-star edge, he's starting to get recruited. We'll drop him. Wisconsin started, so we want to move him up the board. He is somebody we want to get hours on as soon as we can. Really don't need to add 2 receivers the same year necessarily, though. Need so much talent in so many places. And then we really only have enough hours to put 10 on 350 on 10 recruits. So 35 hours on 10 recruits. I said that wrong like 3 times. We want to make sure we get defensive tackles in the portal. And if we can, we want to up that running back. Let's see. Was that our first loss? Yeah. Dang. What's the hard sell? Pro potential and conference prestige, so that's not great already. We can move him up. Maybe what's his hard sell? Don't Don't know. We know conference prestige. dropped. We're going to have to find some hours for the quarterback. How is this happening? We're going to switch the hard sell. We might not have a great one, but in the house isn't working, so and we dropped the fourth here, and there's a lot more people with just want to drop out of this race. Offensive lines look a little, come on now, a little rough. We definitely want to make sure we get the running back though, and we got to make sure we get the quarterback. We just don't have the hours. We're not going to pull this corner yet because if we can get somebody to sign, we can put some hours on him. Overall, we're performing really well at simulation. I don't know if the playbook does good or what. I keep checking every week just because to me, I feel like where we are is so important. Damn. Not to waste weeks falling behind and stuff. He took a bigger jump than we did, again. And we fell a second there. So, do we cut ties? Lockdown, dang. Got 50 there and a good lead, but we really don't want to. We want to get a lead to where nobody else thinks they can come back, really. Yeah, we're not. We don't have anywhere where we're not really recruiting against anybody except for the tight end, and Virginia can catch us. Looks like they're just waiting to shift hours. Honestly, we're probably gonna lose him anyways. I just feel like that pipeline, we should be able to get back up. We'll hold off one more week, and after that, we'll switch into the guard if we're not in first place again. Single game receptions. Well, they're swinging that thing. 5-2. See, Florida's jumping in there. Come on. And we're still behind. Available. Let's see if we can make a jump back in for that guard. play for him at the end here. Looks like we lost a couple. Signed somewhere else already. The gym running back's gone. Losing battles. Probably too late to this one. A plus, D plus, and a C, so I don't feel like we might be jumping to some changing our board around tomorrow or next week. We gotta make sure we get people. We can't just keep trying to stay in battles forever. And it looks like the win losses are coming down to earth. So the guard we're probably out of. Well, they have to pipeline too, so we really might as well cut ties there. Let's shore up some of these battles, and we're going to have to add some more prospects to the board. Chance of getting Bills to sign this year, or sign this week. Let's go. Come on. Recruiting getting be kind to us. Receiving touchdown record broken. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised how well we played over on simulation. We have some prospects, and they're going to have to start out with some interest in us. So recommended. Do we have any other first? No. He's not being recruited at all. We're going to throw him on our board. So some north-south blockers that aren't being recruited really at all. We might lose the receiver we have on our board, so we definitely want to go after this route artist proximity to home. That could potentially be our tight end. I really don't want a JUCO kid. Tackle options are horrendous. Actually, before we do that, let's go see if there's more, like, better rush. Not really. What about centers? We have 1-8, 2-star. The tackle. Anybody with any size? No. Come on now. Maybe a 320 something plus pound beauty. Not one down the board. It's crazy. Outside linebacker, we start out with 4 to the 1-star. First insert though. We have a gold pipeline, use a thumper. JUCO, we're not adding to a board already as a 3-star. Another corner. Maybe we won't have to spend a lot of hours recruiting. Playing time. We don't have a pipeline. I'm going to put him on the board also. A lot of these guys aren't going to make it, of course, because we're probably going to clear out, I don't know, 15, 18 spots. Well, we want to have 15, 18 spots. Right now we have 9. So 6, 8 of these guys aren't even going to be considered after next week. That corner, as I say, that's the only one that we had a close chance of signing early, really. And we followed on the safety. We got to start going in like week 2 and finding those better talents and putting our hours on them earlier so we get enough of a lead. These other schools don't come back on us. Finally got the lead there. Our first signing of the rebuild. Honestly, these 2-stars probably just aren't going to be on our board. I actually think I want to go this way and let this linebacker lock this out. Wait, we don't want to just be offering scholarships. I'm doing this wrong here. I don't want to just fill the roster out. The recruiting board. We want to make sure we're getting people we want here. We do have the gold pipeline here too. looks like a 1-star. We're removing him from the board already. Let's reassess here. Make sure we clear room. This kid will be removed if we know we get any of these other receivers. We kind of did need to offer some of these kids I forgot on the offensive line. Because we haven't been able to bring in much offensive line talent at all. And actually, I want to put some hours on that tight end, get him an offer. See what that does for us in a week. That was second. Dang. 7-4. Tulane's ranked last week, so we got to get kind of real here. Let's see. We lost the quarterback after we was just in the lead. What? We're third here. Quarterback has not been a position looking like it's going to be easy to fill for us. And we did get the other running back, the Jim, in a race with Florida. We got the first with just offering this kid. We should get there here. We're going to remove the bust from the board now. Offer him the scholarship. That should get us the first also. That should at least give us 2 receivers with some talent. Clemson jumped in and probably going to be able to do nothing about that. He did lock us out. First. Oh, that was the one we just added. Damn. Make sure we get this one in. No D tackles on the board. It's kind of crazy. We got the third here. Well, because if he don't... No, because we just take somebody we can get. Oh, we go down. Alright, so we're probably going to put 50 hours on that other corner and see what it does. We got the second. They have the pipeline, but they're not spending any hours, it doesn't look like. Gotta make sure we get some of these linemen. We're gonna condense this down and try and get a jump to number 1-on-1 and then jump over and put some hours on the other kid. And get to 1 also. And go ahead and pull him off the board. See the offer. Hopefully he can get us up. Man, Florida's right on us for that. And if we change, it's not going to do no good. But we do have 2 3-stars that we can redshirt. Let's go ahead and use some of these coaches. We got 3-3. Do we want offensive line or running back? Because we can always move a receiver to running back. But we have no offensive lineman really. Maybe we can get the other end and get that filled out before the portal. We definitely need new staff. Everybody getting fired. We want to bring in our own guys. Build a team with the culture the way we want. And I'm not lying when I'm saying a big portion of our team is either graduating or transferring. So this is actually not good that we look like this in the portal, or the no quarterback, and then play style and conference prestige. We got here, but Coastal Carolina's putting ours in. Got up to 3rd, but Georgia Tech's now entered the chat on a 2-star. Kind of crazy. Maybe we can keep that race open. But we probably won't actually spend any hours on it for the transfer portal. Just being honest here, 30 hours available. So these 2 receivers we gotta need to make sure we get. Nobody's even putting hours in. How are we not jumped the first yet? Auburn's coming after this center on us. Man. A lack of offensive linemen. They want to come play here. We'll have to make sure we hit in the portal. Several positions. We got 1 more commit early. We got 2 to the season. That's it. Yeah, 1. I hate that. Both of them Ohio pipelines. Why do I need Ohio pipelines? You know where we're located? It's strange. I mean, there's a lot of talent coming out of that area. I mean, not a lot, but there is some. But also the amount of schools recruiting in that area is also kind of insane. What? With 2,800 yards and 21 touchdowns. We got a bowl game. Six, level 37 now. We have no 335 tight. Let's be this talent 3. They might hire Barry Odom for a season. Just because it's the best coordinator available, it looks like. Sometimes I look out in year one, I find the coordinator I'm really interested in for each. Spread option and spread both Tidewater. Let's see what the architect, tactician, and development. The same, so the higher level guy would have to be more enticing in that sense. Let's see if we can pick up this bowl win. Well, we got one of our coordinators, the offensive coordinator. We had our defensive coordinator side. So we got a couple guys for next year, not ones we're excited about or anything. All right. Pretty successful season for such a bad team. So we'll be able to, that's dope. I've never had that happen before. Unlock all 3 for the transfer portal, or all level 3s for transfer portal before the transfer portal. Probably should have waited on kickers for the transfer portal also, but it is what it is. All right. 8-5, not a terrible season, not a great season. Great first season for a team that's so terrible though. Star. Play style, so we allowed a lot of running yards, which we did switch in our defense this year, obviously. Freshman, we had 4. D tackle, we really like to keep. Another D tackle, we got 80 strength, and another D tackle that's one of our play type kind of guys. This edge isn't junior offensive lineman. We really just kept him to see if he would stay. Maybe the freshman. So we're definitely going to try and get the 2 of these D tackles. We'll see if we can get 1 to stay. First one didn't. So we'll go after the second one. We did get 1 of the 2 to stay. So then let's see, the linebacker. No. And we got to try the safety. So we got 1, and it'll really help set our defense. Won't happen for 1 more year, but it'll still really contribute to changing our defense up. Not a lot of rushing yards, it looks like, comparatively. Play style, deal breaker, all defensive tackles are an issue. come back and go to the transfer portal process and what the players we can bring in, who we're going to add to our board and everything.